Now invite Shri Raja Shanmugam, Advisory Board of Fourth Way Foundation, to introduce Netherlands 2023. Mr. Raja Shanmugam is co-founder and former president and chief people officer of Happiest Mind Technologies. He was also the founding CEO of Mindtree Foundation. After 30 years in the IT industry with stints in Wipro, Mindtree, and Happiest Minds, Mr. Raja Shanmugam now invests his time in making the lives of people in his local community a little easier to live through pastoral counseling, session for youth adults, parents and students counselors, and teaching in a local community college for underprivileged children. Mr. Raja Shanmugam is also a member of the advisory board of Fourth Way Foundation and plays strategic role in program planning and guiding the organization towards achieving its long-term vision.
Thank you, Shah. Ellarku namaskara. Honorable Minister for Primary and Secondary Education, Shri Madhu Bangarappa, Professor Rishikesh Krishna, my dear friend and fellow board member on Fourth Way Foundation, Professor Vasanthi Srinivasan, Dr. Niranjana Aradhya, Srimati Kumari Shabulal, CC, and Ravi. It's my privilege to be on this stage with such great personalities. I'm a very ordinary person with a very ordinary background. The only reason why I'm standing here is because I had access to some good school education when I was young, which gave me access to better higher education, which then led to jobs, which gives me a good life with dignity and comfort. I think that's the story for possibly lakhs and lakhs of children in this country today. The problem is there are also lakhs and lakhs of children with disability for whom these basic privileges are not being given. According to the 2011 census, there are about 65 lakh children who are of the school-going age, between 5 and 19. What is the number today? Possibly we'll get to know after 15 years. We don't know census. Okay. But what we do know is even after 30 years of the PWD Act, we are nowhere close to fulfilling our reservation for 3% of our government jobs. And the easiest excuse is there are not enough people, there are not enough qualified candidates. If I am a child with disability and I do not know how to study, how to play, how to make friends, how to interact with other children in regular schools, how do you expect me to suddenly become very productive, very interactive in a regular work environment when I grow up? On the other side, if I don't know how to normally interact with dignity and respect and normalcy and develop friendship with classmates who have disabilities in school, how do I become fully capable of collaborating and working normally with people with disabilities when I grow up and get into a job? Right? So it works both sides. At Fourth Way Foundation, we believe that only inclusive education can provide that bridge, that social and emotional infrastructure that can make it happen at a very early age. This is what we have been working tirelessly for the past decade and plus, to bring these children to where they really belong, to the regular schools, Nanagu Shaale. CC will give you more details when he makes his presentation in a few minutes. Spending a lot of money just to make a school accessible is not going to help. If I am unable to get there in the first place, if my teachers don't know how to teach me in that school, or I don't have proper care when I'm in the regular school myself. We need to make our public infrastructure more accessible. We need to provide school readiness programs in regular schools to deliver on-site therapies, training, and to sensitize other children how to coexist with these children when they're studying. Our teachers need to be equipped to handle integrated classes in cognitive, affective, and psychomotor dimensions. This is exactly what Fourth Way Foundation is doing today. We are teaching 1,200 teachers across the state on integrated education. A few of those teachers are here today from different districts. Thank you very much for being here. Welcome. Namaskara. And we have to teach, educate, and train the parents to overcome social stigma, to handle home-based therapies by themselves, to overcome their fears, and to encourage learning among their own children in spite of their own illiteracy. We need to develop assistive technologies, both low-tech and high-tech. All this costs money. For therapies, for hiring, for training, for assistive technologies, for transportation, etc., 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 etc. Money that is not available even for regular education today. For example, even after 1 year of getting the approval from SSA, we had to wait for funding to actually start the training program in Fourth Way Foundation. Therefore, we need to strengthen the will and awareness of the policymakers and influencers also to give adequate attention and resources to this crucial area. One Fourth Way Foundation is not enough to make this a reality. We will need to look at a totally different and viable and sustainable implementation process. These are the things that this conference will be discussing in the next couple of days, today and tomorrow. A group of very extraordinary people with very different backgrounds will be discussing and coming up with some extraordinary, simple, and effective solutions and ideas so that we can ensure our children with disabilities and our children can also lead normal, ordinary lives. While it is important for the economic growth of this country, it's also critical, I believe, for the overall future success of this country. Because I believe when we learn to live with respect, dignity, normalcy, and acceptance right from early childhood, with people who don't walk like us, talk like us, see like us, hear like us, and think like us in our own communities, we will be able to live in a better harmony with people who don't look like us, dress like us, eat like us, don't speak the same language like us, and pray like us. It is my prayer today that we will see this happen within our lifetimes. God bless our children. God bless India. Thank you.